Kamala did not have a good strategist. Whoever their planner was or whatever.
Yeah.
Who was that? Who was their? That's one thing
I
I've
bet
never
it wasn't
even.
the Swami.
Campaign advisor.
Yeah, I bet it wasn't that bald guy. What's his name? He's like the main one. Carville, James Carville.
Oh yeah,
he was cool.
Him.
Not him. He would have done something better.
He would have done something cool. He's out of Louisiana.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
I went up to him once. I was like, "How do you talk to a celebrity? There's no way. I don't know how to do it. They know I'm talking to them because they're them, not just like, oh hey, cool shirt, and didn't know who it was. Yeah. So I saw him on a commercial shoot once. I was like, what do I say? I'm like, I know. He used to call into sports radio in DC, and he had a great thing, like always bet on the home underdog if they're more than 7 points. And I was like, that's what I'll say. I was like, hey, I used to listen to you on WTEM with Kornheiser way back. And he goes, oh, cool. Fuck. Even that.
Yeah, there's nothing worse because if your planned line doesn't go good for a celebrity, you have nothing.
That's it. You stand there like an asshole, like,
Oh, I've done that.
it feels so shitty, and then it's so obvious what you were trying to do.
I know. Oh, dude, that's like there was a night where Johnny Depp was at the Comedy Store.
Oh yeah, I heard about that.
And everybody, like
He's the star.
Oh, there was nobody like him. You know, he was everybody, dude.
Yeah.
He was in that movie Peter Pan. He was in that Peter Pan movie.
Was he?
Yeah, what was it called?
Finding Neverland.
Finding Neverland.
Oh.
God, that's a good movie. But anyway, so then like suddenly I'd never even really been backstage at the main room. In the main room, I wasn't getting on stage there much of the time. And I'm like, oh, I gotta go back.
Gotta go back,
Johnny. So you walk in, the back room back there was packed. Like you could barely even move. Everybody's having like these fake conversations and kind of has their body lightly turned towards Johnny Depp.
They all try to laugh louder, so like maybe he'll join in with our joviality. I see it with Rogan sometimes. I bet you get it too. He's sitting there like, oh, cool, nobody's in this bar. And it's like, how did it just fill up?
Yeah.
It's like word got out. Theo Vaughn's there.
Oh, Rogan, I could imagine, dude. I feel like I feel like a lot of people, you never see him. He doesn't do a lot of.
We get like 20 minutes normal, and then it's over.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I was sitting there. All right, fucking take it.
Yeah. They're like, let me tell you about science, you know?
Yeah.
I'll tell you where the AIDS is. You know, you're like, what's this guy? And it's just a gay guy that's flirting or whatever. But, dude, it was like that at the, that was it. And he was in the back. And then
coming out.
I think
that's Edgar. That's right.
Yeah, he was with Edgar. And who brought him? The guy,
Doug Stanhope.
Doug Stanhope brought him from Arizona. And everybody was just like
trying to be in his presence,
Yeah.
his aura. You could soak it in.
you could just
bask.
see him. And I can't even remember if I got to meet him or not. But if I did, I think it was one of those things like, oh, see, things are going good or something like that. Just like we were from high school together.
Yeah. Like you want this it's never gonna be that. It's never gonna be like shit. The best was Dice one time. Met some guy, and he goes, "Oh, we should hang out." So some fan, and Dice like, you know how he is. And he's like, "Sure, give me a number." And Dice called him and texted him 35 times a day, bothered him at work to the point where the guy's like, "Hey, Andrew, I'm working right now." He goes, "Oh yeah, work's tough. You know, it's like." Remember a couple jobs I had when I was younger. And it's like, Andrew, I got to go back to work. The guy just regretted trying to be friends with him.
Yeah, that's hilarious.
It does suck. I heard Brody Stevens went back there and like either didn't know or now that I realized probably somebody told him. And he went back there and was like, oh, like you're not expecting to see anybody, let alone Johnny fucking Depp.
Yeah.
And he goes, oh, and then I heard Depp had this way to offset. He goes, hi, I'm Johnny. How you doing? Or I'm John.
Yeah.
And then Brody's like, Johnny Depp. Yes, heard of it. Yeah. He must have been like, this guy's been weird in front of me. Like, no, that's just who he is. He's going to himself soon. Don't worry about that.
God, yeah, there's nothing scarier than if you have a line for something to say this because your brain doesn't think, it's just like, oh, everything will go good. It's not like, well, if that doesn't get adhered to, then what are you going to do after that?
Yeah, you plan ahead. Like, once that goes great, then what do I do from there?
I'll talk, I'll listen, I'll say, hey, I will, then I'll ask, yeah, maybe we can get a photo or something. Yeah, but God, it's so scary when that first line doesn't go good because then you don't know what to do. Oh,
it's so embarrassing.
it is harrowing, kind of. And that was at a time when celebs, there was like a real hierarchy to celebrity. Then I feel like celebrity's gotten very, like anybody, like everybody has like, social media, you know, everybody has a website. Everybody could be a star, you know.
You also see the real them now, the real celebrities.
Yeah.
So you're like, oh, you're just a guy.
Yeah.
You do the same. You're like, oh, I see you with your dog. You're fine. You're normal.
Yeah, things have gotten. Yeah, celebrities used to be kept more in this kind of hidden realm, kind of.
Yeah, I met Rob Lowe, who's one of those big did my travel podcast.
Yeah.
And he was like, "Can I change?" And the other room was like, "Yeah, sure." It's filthy. I had someone sleeping in there yesterday, so like, but like, yeah, whatever. And then it's just like, yeah, I don't have to like cater to him. You're a guy, fucking go in there and change. I don't know.
Right.
Yeah, and that's how they all are. It's just it's weird realizing as you grow up they're not different.
Yeah. Do you think that's growing up, or do you think that it's changed? That
Maybe it's changed.
maybe, but I mean, I always take out the fact that I'm getting older and growing up. That could be part of the realization of things.
Yeah, somebody said like whenever you have a big movie now, they're like, oh, let's get like Matt Damon or it's Brad Pitt. That'll be big star. But there's like no one under 28 worships that guy.
Yeah.
So like it's a 50-year-old studio exec saying that'll be a headline. It's like no, get Timothy Chalamet.
Yeah.
Get somebody younger.
Yeah, give Timothy Chalamet or get a lesbian who's a Timothy Chalamet impersonator.
Yeah, without even trying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But even that would go further with a young generation.
Sure would.
They'd be like,
Then
oh,
Brad Pitt
yeah.
would be like, what the fuck?